And just to touch on Pilepa Maposa, like official is official title, and Harambee Stars is performance analyst. So for those of you that don't know, these performance-based staff, it's hard to know much about them because they're part of the backroom staff. They do things quietly, and their things are not out in the open because whatever they do is only available for the team. So it's a bit difficult to know more about him. Another big question that we have as Kenyans on Coach Benni. Our under-20 team was part of the Sekafa qualifiers. We got to the final, we lost to Tanzania 2-1, but we did so well. Our team did so well. Our team comprises of really good young players, to the likes of Tyrone Kariuki, Aldrin Kibet, Amos Wanjala, who is a centre-back, and is now playing in Torrellano in Spain, I think in the 5th division. So we have the talent. One thing that we want to know, how has Coach Benni brought up the youth? Like, when you have kids in your youth system, how have they then progressed to the first team, and does he blood a lot of youth talent? That's just basically what we want to know.
He trusts them. He trusts them. I think when you are coaching your smaller teams, quote unquote smaller teams, like in SA with Amazulu, in SA with Cape Town City, you're sort of forced to bring the guys in. One of the names that are off the top of my head that I know was a youngster who became quite an experienced player in the league is a guy like Tabu Notat, one of the founder players of Cape Town City. Look, all I can say is that he trusts them. He had to have trust. He had to trust youth when he was in his club times. But I think more than anything, the guy who you should look at in that team for youth is Vasily. Because he, at Cape Town Spurs, is part of the reason why a lot of youngsters have come through that Cape Town Spurs team. You have guys like Bobo, Cupido. There's people like, there's a boy that they have right now. I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head. We wanted to sign him. But there's a lot of youngsters that pass through there. The cool thing about the Cape Town connection is that in South Africa, I'd say Cape Town, the Cape region, Western Cape, is the best for developing players. And you guys are getting guys who are steeped in that. Stellenbosch have brought us a ton of players. Ajax Cape Town is well known for all of the players they brought in to the league. Your Billiards passed through there. Your Cireros passed through there. All of those guys. Cape Town City is also doing a little bit with bringing in, your Jaden Rhodeses and those type of guys. So I'd say Vasily is the best, but because Benni comes from that culture, I mean, he made his debut for Bafana Bafana when he was 17, if I'm not mistaken. He went through the systems at Ajax, for example, and we know what they do with development. I think he's going to bring a lot of that perspective into the Kenyan national team. So for me, I think a lot of them are going to be trusted to come into the team. He's gonna put a lot on those players. But again, the nice thing about a national team is that you're not stuck with the 10 players. You can do a lot more. Well, the 30 players, you can do a lot more with everybody in the country that's available.